biggest fan of macaroni pie. You know, yeah, I do love a Bajan macaroni pie. Of course, mommy makes a best macaroni pie. So I grew up with good macaroni pie. It's just that it's not one of my go-to things. However, if you all recall, we did that stewed oxtail in the oven there, and I have quite a bit of the oxtail and gravy left. So today what we're doing, I thought we'd do a layer of oxtail. Now the bones is still on it, so what I'm gonna thaw this out in the microwave. It's not frozen, it's just been in the fridge. And I'm gonna remove all the bones, shred the meat, and keep the gravy and the meat. So what we're doing today is an oxtail macaroni pie. Not traditional, I understand that. As you will see some of the ingredients here that your mommy, your auntie, your uncle, your daddy, whoever it is, your big sister, maybe you. I don't know who makes the macaroni pie in your house. It's a Caribbean thing. We love it. But you're gonna see some ingredients that it's not what you would probably use. Of course, we need cheese. But before we get to the cheese, I am based in Canada, and this is the only macaroni. Well, I didn't have time to go to the West Indian markets in Toronto. So you're looking for a number 2. I know I saw it somewhere here, bucatini. B-U-C-A-T-I-N-I, number 2, bucatini. This is a Greek one. Of course, the Italians will have their own as well too, but it is the light, nice, long, fat macaroni that we like using. I know some people get offended, but what I'm going to do is when I'm going to boil it, I'm going to break it in 2, just to make it easier to handle later. So we're going to use an entire package of that. I have here some aged cheddar, which is about 2.5, almost 3 cups of aged cheddar. I have a Scottish aged, but it's really dry cheddar as well. Very, very, you know, it's sharp on your nose. 2 eggs beaten. And here's where one of the ingredients you probably will never put in your macaroni pie. I want some mayonnaise in there, some nutmeg. We're gonna grate some fresh nutmeg, some butter, some diced onion, pimento pepper, no heat, but that lovely flavor. It's called a flavor pepper or a seasoning pepper. 2 cloves of garlic that I'm gonna crush. Of course, we're gonna need some salt, and we'll also need some black pepper. If there's anything else you like putting, if you want to put, ketchup. I will put ketchup on the top because that's the way mommy showed me how to do it. And mommy knows she knows what she's doing. She's been doing it for a number of years. Tanti's almost 70 something, 78 years old, 77 years old or something. She's been around. But anyhow, that's where we at right now. As the macaroni boils, what I have is my little whisk, and I'm gonna add the eggs into the evaporated milk. Give that a good stir just to combine it. Yeah. And what I also have here is the oxtail that I shredded. Well, big chunks of that oxtail with the gravy all mixed in. All the bones are gone. I think I got all the pimento seeds out of it, but in my saucepan I'm gonna go in with that butter, and the whole idea is to melt that down. As it melts, I'm gonna add my diced onion. And the whole idea about adding the onion and peppers and everything else in here, yeah, and if you want to add some Scotch bonnet pepper, habanero, whatever, if you want it a little bit spicy, or some pepper sauce, you can do that as well. For me, what I will add for a tiny bit of heat, and it's a subtle heat with flavor, is a bit of dry mustard. And I give that a stir. And we want to get that onion nice and soft. Garlic into my press. I'm going to add that garlic directly in there. Scrape, scrape. And remember, you want to sort of a medium-low heat because you don't want to burn that garlic. And of course, you just want to soften up to get all the flavors out of that onion. At this point, what I will also do, my nutmeg. I'm going to add my nutmeg here. I could have added it later, but I want to sort of waken it up in the hot fat that we have here. Fresh ground black pepper. And my pasta, the macaroni, is boiling in salted water. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already, but just cook it to the package instructions, so anywhere from 7 to 8 minutes on a rolling boil, and you'll be fine. Time for the pimento peppers to make an entrance, and again, you're going to get a lovely flavor from that pimento pepper without the raw heat. Kitchen is already smelling incredible. If If you wanted to add some fresh thyme in here, you can do that. I'm gonna hold off on the herbs because I think I have enough flavors going on here already, and I really want that oxtail to shine through. I want a tiny bit of salt in here. Give that another quick stir. It's getting nice and soft now. Gonna hit that with that dry mustard powder. And all you want to do is sort of warm that through. You really don't need to do anything else. However, what you can do, you can add your cheese in here and create a cheese sauce. Totally up to you. I don't like doing it like that, just as my personal preference. I'm just gonna bring it up to once I start seeing bubbles on the side, and I'm gonna stop. I'll drain my pasta at this point because it's cooked to 7, almost 8 minutes. Pasta is all ready. Give that a little stir. I did cut some of it. I did break maybe a quarter of it and half the rest of it. I couldn't be bothered. I was making a mess in my kitchen here. So in goes that mayonnaise. Yes, I warned you all. I was going to use that mayonnaise in there. Tiny bit more salt. I'm going to go in with that cheese. You know, I'm using my favorite old aged cheddar here, but in the amount that I like. You can use any cheese. You know, growing up in the Caribbean, it would have been a New Zealand cheddar, whereas I'm gonna finish with the Scottish cheddar. But again, it's totally up to you what cheese you want to use. Yeah, time for that seasoned, and when I say seasoned, I mean all of that lovely garlic, onion, the pepper, the nutmeg, all of those different things, all went in there. Oh, we got some stragglers. Let me scrape that down, boy. And there is pure gold, you know. And like I said, if you wanted to, earlier when I created this sort of sauce there, if you wanted to add your cheese in there, you could have added your cheese in there totally fine. And the whole idea now is to mix that together, yeah? Scrape down all of the sides and everything. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to use the middle rack. Now, being mindful that I am prone to making a mess, I inherited that from my father. Anyhow, what we're going to do is we're going to take half of this and we're going to layer it on. Yeah? All we want is half at this point. Again, there's that mess I was talking about. But just try and settle everything down. We will add the remaining sauce on top after. You really don't have to stress too much about that. But the point is, put about half in there. Then once you're happy with that, I'm just going to pat it down just a little bit. And here is where we're going to add the oxtail. So I struggled on where I wanted. You know, the first time I made something similar to this, I added it, I mixed it in, but what happened was, oh, that's a piece of the seasoning from the oxtail. What happened was, you didn't really get the true essence of what was going on when you were eating it. So by putting it in, I'm just going to flatten it out. It's going to have a complete layer of that oxtail and the gravy in the middle of it. We're going to top it with the rest of the macaroni and the sauce. Then we're going to finish off with that beautiful, oh man, does it ever smell good, Scottish cheddar, and then some squirts of ketchup. That is it. Again, different than how mommy would have showed you how to do it, but this is Uncle Chris's take on oxtail macaroni pie. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, Chris, there's some spots without any oxtail on there. Listen, two things. My two comments are now, do you understand the price of oxtail? No, this is some leftover oxtail that I had, so I'm just making use of it. And second of all, since you are the sort of boss in the kitchen, you know which corner have the most oxtail. So when you're slicing for yourself, organize accordingly. You know, you have to be selfish sometimes, you know. What I'm going to do now is go back on with the remainder of the macaroni, yeah? To make things a little easier, I'm just going to pour that directly on there, and I'm going to scrape, and I just made a mess on my oven. Melted cheese, that's going to cook on, but anyhow, I'm just going to tuck things down now, yeah? Just kind of even out everything in here, and you really want to give it a little press, because what's going to happen, it's going to take on the sort of compactness of a good, almost like a cake. I'll be honest with you, we're making macaroni cake at this point here without the sugar. Hold on. Anyhow, earlier I think I spoke about macaroni pie and Barbados. Listen, I am a proud Trinbagonian, eh? I've had macaroni pie in quite a few islands in the Caribbean. You see a Bajan macaroni pie, and I know I'll get licks fed because people just get the very, anyhow, a Bajan macaroni pie, don't sleep on it. You got the remaining cheese, and how much cheese you put. I mean, they say we kind of licorice when it comes to cheese in the Caribbean, yeah? So how much cheese you put on the top here is totally up to you. But I am using my good cheese on the top here, and I need some for grilled cheese later on, so I ain't trying to overdo it. It's just a little bit tomato ketchup, yeah? And again, that's because I saw mommy do it like that, so I might just rock it like that. Lightly tint it with foil into the oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 minutes. Then you're going to remove that foil altogether, stick it back into the oven until you get that nice golden color all the way through. It's been 25 minutes, and you can see it's starting to firm up, but the top cheese has started to melt yet, so we're going to stick it back into the oven. You know, earlier I think I said 10 minutes, but from the looks of things, it's going to be anywhere from 15 to 25 more minutes uncovered, but I will let you know. So it's going back into the oven. I did end up going a further 25 minutes with it uncovered. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me. Macaroni pie, but not just any old macaroni pie. We have that layer of oxtail in the center. What I would recommend you do is allow it to sort of cool a bit for about 25 to 30 minutes before you slice in there. I know we're licorice, we want to get in there right away, but it is what it is. If not, it may fall apart on you. Just want it to tighten up and firm up just a little bit. So maybe 15 minutes, and then you're good to go. All right.